Basement. This is my first attempt at streaming from the PS4, so if there's any oddities, I apologize. Hopefully I'll get this straightened out with time. What I want to take a look at is the level design in Bloodborne. There's some really good stuff going on here. So let's take a look at this starting area. And just right away, they are using one of the major principles of level design, and that is head towards the light. A lot of places use this. A lot of physical places will use this. If you've ever had the chance to go to a major amusement park and stay until closing time, pay attention on how they divert you out of the park. They will dim the lights, not completely shut them off, but they'll dim the lights in the part that they don't want you to be in, and they will have lights on where they want you to go. I would also like to point out real quick, for those watching this video, I am playing in offline mode. Combination so that way you can take a look at the level without worrying about all the messengers popping up, and really I don't want to be invaded. Also, don't expect to see pro skills here. I'm tolerable at the game, but yeah, we're not going to be getting MLG skills here or anything like that. So let's just take a look at this starting room. It's a fairly nice, safe spot to get our bearings in, and they make it pretty clear where they want you to go. Darkened door, lit door. And of course, if we insist on being putsy about this, door does not open from this side. That's another really nice thing I like about this message. As far as the level designs go, they could just simply say locked, or even worse yet, give you no response, but does not open from this side. That tells me I can get to the other side. A nice, important little detail. Alright, so let's get out of here. Now this note's a little bit hard to miss. I'm not sure if that's a good level design point or a bad one. From Software does not tell you the story. They use a lot of environmental storytelling. And I really want to get out of this room, so I'm not going to spend too much more time in here. But they use a lot of environmental storytelling, and they're not afraid to allow players to miss details. If you play through this game without reading any information on it, you're going to miss a lot. I think it's pretty much impossible to get everything on your first playthrough. Well, let's move on here. I do like how the doors have weight to them. So proceeding on, and again, I'm guided forward by the light. I've got always this light, nice shining window. That blood spots kind of, really lights things up. So I can come down here. These are tutorial messages, so I'm going to ignore them. Now I get into this space. What makes this space interesting is all of the obstacles. It channels you down towards this critter, but you've got plenty of spots where you can try and dodge behind and get the critter stuck. Sort of to show this a little bit. Now it's possible to kill this guy, but you know what? Let's get the story. I'm over here. Come on, kill me. Thank you. It is possible to kill him, but kind of important to move this video along. So let's go ahead and die to him. Loading screens. The more you can eliminate loading screens, by the way, the better off your game will be. Depending on how your game's structured, some's going to be unavoidable. Also, cutscenes. Make them skippable, please. The Hunter's Dream's kind of an interesting area as far as the level design goes. It's a very safe area. And it does a good job of making you feel safe by being, it's got greenery, it's nice, it's open, it's very expansive. One thing you can take a look at when dealing with level design is pay attention to architectural theory. a lot of work and study has been put in on the architectural side of things in the real world on how you make certain spaces feel certain ways. Having something nice and open and green like this, it's soothing, it's calm, it's a safe place. It's downtime after you've, had a long time adventuring. Normally when you come back here, you don't come back here when you die. Rather, you're changing areas, or maybe you've just had a really big boss fight and you want to spend those echoes, and it's just a really nice little bit of downtime. Alright, so let's get some weapons here. Go over the threaded cane and the hunter pistol and the notebook, which we're not going to use. Get those equipped. Alright. Now before we get revenge on that beast, I'll do a little bit of exploring. Because they handle, I like the way they handle things. So, if you just want to charge forward, it's like, okay, I want to play the critical path. I just want to charge through this and get things done. They let you do that. But if you're of the more explorative bent, you like exploring around and finding secrets, of course they start you off pointing in the direction that you're supposed to go. You just spawn in this way. It's like, hey, you know what? I want to go back up here. See, maybe, did that door open? I don't know. But you come back up here. Oh, door's closed, whatever. Oh, wait, I get to talk to somebody?
On the hunt. Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door.
Okay. I'm actually going to skip through her dialogue.
Please.
Not a lore video. Sorry, guys. The key thing here is this is a really good way of teaching the player, hey, the game state changes after certain events.
Are you still in? But I have, please, I could...
Now, if you go back and re-explore old areas, you might find something new. So now we just simply can't get back into that room. Okay, so then again, we're guided towards the light. And not necessarily level design, perhaps, but it does a good job of teaching us that, hey, if you die, you got to get your blood echoes back. Now, I like this first item. As we're coming in through here, they have a messenger there that's going to draw your attention, and as you walk over towards to see what this messenger is, because if you're playing through the first time, you're going to do that, you're going to find this item. It's a very effective, natural way of drawing your attention to that item. Come out. And again, our attention's immediately drawn to this item. Now, I don't know how well the audio comes across, but if you listen, you can hear some heavy footsteps, so we know there's something around here. It does a lot of audio cues. And so if we look around, we're drawn towards this flame here. Grab this item. Get a quicksilver bullet's always a good thing. Which then immediately places us next to this gate, which is the one that we're supposed to go through. Level design is more than just the placement of your actual level geometry. It's about the placement of your items and how you guide the player. That is a very effective guide of, oh, item, pick it up. Well, while I'm here, I'll go through this gate. As this gate over here, closed by a device. And I can actually, if I pan around, I think I can see that device. Yep, there it is, right there. So again, I'm told, I should be able to come back this way at some point. Central Yarnum. Now this is the point where the level design opens up a little bit. And I'm not entirely sure where to go. I mean, I've got that guy over there dragging along. If I try to come down here, I get this nice little area and an item. And interesting enough, I can see previews into areas that I will eventually be able to reach. I am eventually going to be up on that bridge there, which is where we will have our first boss fight. I will eventually be able to get down, I believe, to that little area there. And so it gives us a preview, some anticipation of what we want. I also like how that mountain, which we can't reach, unless that happens to be the mountain that Canehurst Castle's on, is just beautifully framed by this arch. So we progress on. Obviously something very bad is going on here. Get to another gate. And we're like, oh, hello, friend. Totally unnecessary to do the riposte, but... Open gate. Closed by a device. Oh, come on. Not another one. I can look through here, and if you're super observant, you'll be able to figure out where this is. So we'll get back to that in here really soon. So we continue on, and again, drawing your player's eyes' attention. The player has not yet used one of these devices. They put an item right smack dab next to it. I do not believe that was just happy circumstance. They could have put the item here. They could have put the item in a lot of different places, but no, they put the item right by the device so that as you walk towards it, you're gonna most likely get that operate device message. Level navigation tip number 1. New paths will be opened by using devices. Also, if you think it's dead, stab it to make sure. This is another part that I like about this early level design. First, it teaches you, in a fairly safe, you're probably not going to die way, enemies like to ambush you. They were playing dead. They weren't. Also, in the course of the fight, you are very likely to hit those boxes there to break them open to reach this item, which again helps teach you break things. You can find cool stuff. And also, really, it's just kind of fun. Ominous, foreboding scream. Again, we've got some previews. We will be over there at some point. There's that bridge we're trying to work our way towards. And another lantern. The lantern design placement is pretty good. There's always a way that you can't go. It's not open from this side. But once we do open it, that's going to be a shortcut compared to going around this way. I do want to talk to our friend Gilbert here.
Oh, whatever.
Again, I'm focusing on level design, not story, but I do want to get the flamethrower from him at some point. So it brings me down here. Oh, item. And again, I don't think that item placement is a mistake. It draws you straight to this wall so you can look down here and see what you're getting into. You can see there's a couple of patrols here that you're going to have to watch out for, plus that guy. Again, ambush training. This guy's probably not going to kill you. Now, if you're like running full tilt sprint, he might hit you, but he's still probably not going to kill you. Now, I could take this shortcut, or I could continue this way. And there's usually benefits and consequences both ways to taking shortcut versus long cut. In this case, it drops me down here closer to this patrol point so I can try to deal with this patrol before they become too much of a hassle. And I have to remember that I am on my beginning level character and not my high level character, so hopefully I won't die horribly here. Ouch! That was a lot of unnecessary flailing. Okay. Now, if you're super observant, which, you know, honestly, raising my hand, I wasn't, you can remember it's like, hey, wait a minute, did I see... Doesn't that look familiar down there? Why, yes, it does. I think this is what, for me at least, makes the level design in Bloodborne the most interesting. Is that it is just littered with all of these shortcuts. So now, instead of trying to take those guys on from the front, I could pop down that ladder real quick and take them on from behind. And then there's also that big guy there, which... well, I guess I can try taking him on. I don't know necessarily that I can kill him at this level. Humbug, missed the riposte. Let's do it again. No, I'm dead. Also going to be a complete chicken and run away now. Or he's going to follow me too. Well, I got through a post, but he got me too. So another thing about the level design, they're not afraid to put in enemies that are perhaps a little bit stronger than what you... Also, when you're recording, pay attention to your cord so you don't kick it and unplug your microphone. That would be a useful thing. So to show you the advantage of that shortcut we just unlocked, Mr. Executioner Dude... Oh, that was unneighborly. Okay, I just got the on-air message again, so I'm not entirely sure if the recording stopped when I kicked my cord out or not. So, if this video has gotten broken up into two different segments, that's what happened. I kicked my audio cord. Okay, so as I was saying, the advantage to this shortcut that we have unlocked is now I can run up and harass these guys from behind. Also, for anybody watching, I think I do have one eye on here right now. I have it configured so that I can't see comments, because I need to see the full screen. Alright, so now I can try and creep up on these guys. Well, not so much creep as frantically stab in the back. Now another level design, or level tip here, Thane. Remember this spot? We were here a moment ago. Because I didn't take that shortcut and jump down here, the guy that was here attacked me. So there's always these trade-offs on the shortcuts. Enemies won't move until you hit certain trigger points, and so if you take a different route, the enemies will be in a different position, so the game changes depending on the route that you take. And again, if it's not stabbed, don't trust that it's dead. Now, up here's a couple of them a little bit more tricky ambushes. Now, if you're completely not paying attention, you'll see, oh, item! Run and get it! Hello, neighbor. Now, to this point, the game's already trained you a little bit on, hey, expect ambushes. This is one that can get a lot of people. You can still see him. His hat's just like kind of sticking out. Oh, that was embarrassing. For both of us, really. You can see his hat just kind of sort of peeking out. And that's a lot of dudes. That's also a frame rate drop, too. Now, I'm not going to demonstrate this particular lesson because I don't want to see that loading screen more than I have to, but this is a lesson in not being foolish. Unless you are really good, if you charge into that mess with a level 1 character, you're gonna, well, level 10, I suppose, you're gonna die. But the level design is such a way that we can attempt to deal with things by picking off the various packs. Okay, tick somebody off. I got shot at. So now that these guys have split off, I can come back over. Oh, I thought I killed you. Alright, let me check. Do I have any pebbles? Oh, I have picked up pebbles. And this is a good spot to learn how to use pebbles. Excuse me, sir. I am too used to Ludwig's blade range, which is considerably more than this. Oh, hello! Run, 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 run. It was a bit closer than I would prefer. Oh, that was not smart running into the fire. Oh, hello, dog. I hate these dogs. Alright, let me finish dealing with the people shooting at me so we can go back to talking about level design. You, sir. Seriously, stop that. Now, this particular point here I like. It's building anticipation. It's like, okay, something's banging on these gates. Can I open it? No, I can't open it. So we need to go around. Oh, oops, and hold on. I missed a point over here. Yep, there's the stairs. Oh, I also missed an item, apparently. Hello, neighbor. I can't remember if I can get this item. Nope, I cannot. So again, I've got a gate with an item right in front of me that I can't get. Again, sort of building that anticipation. Now, I can't get down this way. I'm stuck. But it does provide me with a way of hopping down here. I believe after I deal with this area right here, I shall call it for the first trial run. Again, drawing me over. Now this one's kind of interesting. There's a secret over here. Might be easy to miss, but I've got that laughter and I can see the door over there, glowing light. If I come over far enough, I can see that lantern, which tells me that, oh hey, I can knock on this door. Easy enough to miss the secret. You can jump down here. They're not afraid to let you miss that. But you should have been taught by now that breaking things can be beneficial. And so you probably will go around breaking things. Now, if you roll off, that can be inconvenient. And then another ambush. Scariest darn crows ever. Those things have made me jump. Well, not those specific crows, but crows in general in this game have made me jump, I think, almost more than any other enemy. Oil urn. This is the last level design point. Ooh, wait a minute, hold on. Is that... Can this even come back over here? If you listen, you can hear a music box. That's really significant. Very small touch. Most people probably aren't going to consciously pick up on their first playthrough, but that music box is so important. Here's something else that's really important. Big, scary enemy. Now, these guys aren't so bad once you figure out their riposte patterns, but if it's your first time through the game, obviously you haven't done this yet. And this guy will ambush you. If you go up here and clear out the enemies that are up the top of these steps, he'll decide to investigate the noise, and that can be a bit of a surprise. But we were given the tools. Oops, hold on, actually. I want oil urn, then Molotovs. They gave us the tools to deal with this guy. So I can throw an oil urn at him, throw a Molotov at him, and dead. Very fearsome foe, but the game gave me what I needed right by him. Now, if you're playing in online mode and you've got the messengers to help you out, then this becomes a lot easier to figure out because, you know, you'll actually have a bunch of messengers around here saying fire is effective or something to that effect. He gives me blood vials, and we get a torch, which for a while is going to be my only other optional weapon. It actually makes for a pretty good weapon. And let's see. Oh, yes. That thing about remembering things that you have seen. I'm now on the other side of this gate, so I can come over here and grab some echoes. Very lucky I didn't die right there. Okay. Conduct some more animal abuse. Although, is it really abuse if the animal's trying to eat your face? Ominous howling. And those guys are a massive pain at this level. So much so that I believe I'm going to call the video here. Because there's some more shortcut type stuff that I want to point out, but this trial run's gone on long enough. So, until the next time. Okay, now I got to figure out how to turn this off. Stop broadcasting. There we go.